So Austin says, I've got a new client niche in addition to real estate. My clients do not have blogs due to the platform they are built on. I'm using the SEO location shields for them. Should I do brand only initial Gsites without MGYB, adding a keyword to the brand name in the URL? I hope I made sense. Yeah, that's honestly, Austin, that's the way I do it now for all drive stacks, unless it is like a single location for a business that has like one service, which is very rare that I come across anybody like that. So yeah, all the drive stacks that in Gsites that I order now is always the first initial stack, which SEO shield, essentially the SEO power shield is what I get for a new project, is always just the brand name. And then I do RYS expansions for each and every single silo or topical category or for each individual location. So again, I always just do brand now going like, and I have been for 6 months or so now at least, where I don't even try to make that keyword association to the brand because I do all the keyword associations in the RYS expansions for the topical silos and then for locations, if it's a multi-location business. So that's the way that I do it. Comments? Do you want to add to that, Marco, or no?
No, I mean, that's fine.
Okay, short and sweet.
No, yeah, that's fine. That's perfect. I don't see anything different that I would add.
Also, is the special still going on with the mastermind group? I'm in Heavy Hitter. Yeah, that's why I said if you're already in Heavy Hitter Club, just reach out to support at Semantic Mastery, and we'll get you the details on if you were to join both. There is a special offer for that. I'm not sure what it is because I don't handle any of that shit. So contact support, and we'll get you sorted. Okay. He says he thinks he ordered 10 shields today. That's awesome. Hope you used our coupon. You got something you want to cover in particular, or what?
No, I was looking at Austin Don's question again, just to make sure it got answered correctly. We're going to do brand anyway on the SEO shield. Now he says he's doing location shield. I'm not sure why you'd be ordering a location shield. Because we always recommend for you to go brand with a new client. We'd recommend for you to go with the branded SEO shield, not a location shield. Because then you expand and do the location with the expansion stack.
Right. That's what I do. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we all do. That's what we recommend. That's what we teach. This is a question that we could go way more in depth in the Heavy Hitter Club on Monday during the webinar. But I mean, there's no reason for you to go location like right from the start, especially if they're ever looking to expand. Then you're going to be looking at something that has to be maybe edited or pointed to something else. It just creates more problems than it's worth than if you start branded to start with, which is why we recommend branded. And you did make sense. What I'm saying is, I don't know why location for them, even if they don't have blogs. I mean, that's no difference here or there from your whether you're using a branded shield, branded, or an SEO location shield.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't even use the location shield just because it's a separate G site.
Yeah.
So I build everything on, like I said, I just landed a new client yesterday, in fact. And so, and I haven't ordered it yet. I'm going to order it today, but the SEO Power Shield, and it'll be the brand name only.
Yes.
And I'll have RYS expansion for the server. He does tree services and landscaping. And I'll probably just do 2 silos. So there will be one specifically, an expansion specifically for tree services, and then another expansion stack for landscaping. And that'll be it. But the top level SEO Power Shield is just going to be the company name. That's it. Which happens to have tree service and landscaping in the company name, which is great. But again, like I used to, I would have the brand name and then tree service or tree service plus city if it was a single location business. But I got away from doing that because I end up, I like just the top level stack, like especially the G site, because I like the slug or the URL, right, of the G site to be just the brand name instead of brand name plus keyword. Because then when you start doing expansions and adding, inner pages and silos on the G site, then you end up with duplicate keywords in the URL, and it looks spammy and it's extra long URL and all that kind of shit. So I like to just stick it. Oh, look, Rob's coming in.
Yeah, I asked him to come on, or he wanted to come on and talk a bit about this, talk about the expansions and the location shield and the power shield.
Cool.
So Rob, what's up?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
Okay, so I get this question a lot in support. That's why I want to jump on real quick. So the way that this is kind of set up, so the SEO Power Shield is everything you have, right? The location shields, if you already have a syndication network and you don't need the syndication network, and if you do the starter, it just doesn't come with an ID page. Okay, so the way you can set this up is you order the brand. So the SEO Power Shields, the full thing, starting fresh. It gives you the syndication network, the branded RYS stack, and the entity loop. Okay, so our ID page, entity frame loop, whatever you want to do. Okay, the location shield can be used for a secondary location. So similar to how you guys are talking about using just an expansion stack on its own. So it can be done as an expansion stack that already includes another entity loop for that GMB location. So you can order, so for Bradley, we'll use your tree service ones you talk about, right? Mm-hmm. So you have your top level tree service company, and then you have like 4 GMBs, right? You could set up the top level with the SEO Power Shield. So that's the full branded, it doesn't have a specific location. And then each one of those GMB locations, I want to make that very clear, because we've had someone try to order for every neighborhood that they're coming after, they try to order a location shield. And the location shield is for, when we talk about locations, we're talking about a GMB map location, not just random suburbs that you're trying to target. You don't need a location shield for every suburb, right? So you can order a location shield. As part of the order process, we'll ask for the logins to the already created branded stack, similar to what we do for expansion stacks. And what that does is that then also creates the entity loop for that entity / individual GMB location. So you'd end up with, if you have, let's say, 4 locations, you'll have a branded Power Shield and 4 location shields. You can do it that way. What that'll get you is the expansion stack like you guys are talking about, but it also gets you an entity loop for each of the GMB locations to build their own press release, their own GMB map embeds, business site embeds, because they're all going to have that. So,
but the reason why I haven't used the location shields was because it was another G site each time.
It won't, when you order, it'll ask you, right? So you can create a new Google site, yes, if you don't have one at all.
That's how, the reason I brought that up was because in the past I had ordered SEO location shields and I would get a separate G site, and not because I ordered it that, like, it's not because I asked for it. I would just come with another G site for that location. And I said, well, that's not what I want, because I've been building power to the branded G site of the original SEO Power Shield. So I want everything built as silos in that original G site. So that's why I switched to doing RYS expansion stacks. And then for the ID pages, again, I just clone my own ID pages because it's super simple. That's
you're creating them yourself. I understand that.
Yeah.
But
and
that's been a while
simple
back.
Hang on a second. They're super simple for us who do this on a daily basis, not for people who are coming on and they don't know and they want one built out the right way. And before you go on, Rob, let me just say that the beginning of all this, how I always start my projects is keyword research. I can't do anything without some kind of data to target. Once I have that, then that gets turned over to the team when the SEO Power Shield is built out, because they need the information. But maybe not the builders, because they need more the information. But of course, at the ID level, I'm going to need schema. So if Rob is with me, then I get him to do the schema. And if not, then I'm going to have the schema done through our templates in the Heavy Hitter Club. But I need that information also, because if we're not referencing the nodes correctly, then it's going to be that much more work. Once I have that in place, the syndication network's going, that comes back, the ID page then gets ordered, and that comes back, then the drive stack and Gsite get built out with all of that information and the keyword research that I've already had done, but that's done to create relevance. At the top level, when that's getting built out, it's just the brand.
Yeah.
And nothing else. Now, the way that we've done it is, and as Rob is saying, you get a choice whether you want an additional G site built out, or if it's going to be an expansion of
we
an
updated
existing
the order intake form,
Yes.
probably since you did that last, Bradley,
Yes.
where it asks, is this an expansion to an already branded stack? And
Yeah,
it
that
asks
must
for
have
the
been
login
updated.
details.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
it's been shit 6-8 months since I ordered a location shield because of that.
Right.
And I've just been using RYS expansions. But yeah, if that's an option now, then shit. Then I can stop doing my own ID pages. I'll just have you guys.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then
That's why we updated it. And part of it was we updated it based on the errors we were getting from where you were saying we weren't asking the appropriate question of, is this an expansion location of an already brand, or is this a new G site where all you had was a syndication network? Because it can be used for either. But based on how you answer that question now in the intake of, is this a part of already a branded stack? If it is, then give us your login details and we'll make it an expansion. So
Yeah.
I wanted to just clarify that because I knew there was some confusion around it, and we've been getting some emails. I'll probably shoot a video anyway, just kind of to summarize what I'm trying to say here, and post that on the site as well eventually.
Cool. Thanks,
And-
Rob.
All right, since what I do is order the keyword research right from the beginning, what happens is when everything comes back, and I've been working on the money site, and I've been siloing the money site and creating the categories, I have already some kind of framework to go by, because our keyword research sets up those categories. The client can give us the categories, or we can give the client suggestions for the categories. I know they are suggestions. The client always knows the market better than we do, whatever niche they're going after. But at least you have that, so that when you then build out the money site and you start to build the categories, you already have the information to provide the team for when they do the expansions. So this is all done so that it works in conjunction. You order the keyword research, you order the SEO Power Shield, you go and work on that money site, you apply the keyword research, you build out your categories. When you get everything delivered back, it's ready for your expansion. So you can just submit the expansions if your website is ready to go. If you have a location page on your website, it should be an expansion. If you have a services page on your website, it should be an expansion. On the G site, all of these things need to take place because of what we call, and it's not ours, give credit to Network Empire, theme mirroring, which simply means you apply a mirror to your website. Seriously. And whatever you see in that image is what you do on that G site. But we'll
And the drive folders,
right?
and the press releases, and the GMB website, and link posts.
Everything gets theme mirrored. Everything gets copied. But we're only going to teach you how. We can tell you conceptually what it is that you need to do. But the only place that you're going to get the nitty gritty on how this all gets bolted on, and you've seen the trainings in the Heavy Hitter Club. It's where we show you, and I actually diagram it out and show you where the link building needs to go to have the greatest effect. And I show you how it goes: money site, drive stack, and G site, GMB post, press releases, and then how link building will have the greatest effect when it goes downstream into your money site. But without all of these different things in place, it's never going to have the effect that it's supposed to, unless you're working in a niche that has such low competition that a drive stack and G site and some theme mirroring will take care of everything, and you're going to rank and start getting results. Right?
It happens from time to time.
It happens.
Yeah, from time to time.